Oh, hey, have you ever wondered about the science of brewing? There's the chemistry. There's the biology. Agronomy. Gastronomy. All these sciences, all this stuff mixed together in a concoction that gives us joy. Listen, past the intro here, I'm going to share what we do to end up giving this beautiful elixir of life. Beer. Welcome to Bob's Happy Place.
My thoughts have never been clearer. I see what you're doing to me now. They lie, they steal, they fooled us.
All right, King. To do this scientific experiment, it wasn't really an experiment. I brewed a beer, guys. But to do that, I thought this is a good way to explain the process, to explain the science part of this. So I brewed a beer. And this time of year, the beer I was brewing was for a Halloween party. So we like Halloween around here. But I wanted to have a kind of a theme on this. So one of the people I was working with at work, they told me that they really miss me putting out my ciders, which I put out ciders quite a bit. And I thought, what could I make that would be a little different? Something that I would enjoy being different. Because cider's really not that hard. You just put a little apple juice in a fermenter and let it ferment out, and you got cider. It's not hard. But I wanted to do something different. So I started doing some research, what I could do with cider and beer. And what the heck is that kind of combination going to be like? And I found out they've already been doing it, guys. It's called a Graf. And I went, oh, that's wild. Somebody's already come up with this. Yeah, there ain't nothing new in the world. But a side benefit or bonus of this was the Graf is a beer that is first mentioned in the book by Stephen King, or a series. It's a series by Stephen King called The Dark Tower. And it is the beer they drink, or the libation they drink in the alternate universe of the Dark Tower. And it's called a Graf. And that's where this all comes from. So for Halloween, this really worked for me. I get some apple, which that's kind of fall. I get Stephen King, Halloween, horror, hey. And I get a beer cider combination that I can share with my friends. Guys, let me tell you how we did it. All right, now this is how this is gonna happen. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you how we brew beer. And in that process, you'll see how the chemistry, the biology, the agronomy, and the gastronomy, how all those things, the science gets in there. So let's start off with chemistry. In chemistry, we take our grains and we mill them up. And we grind them up so that we can get better efficiency. It's not that they won't work that in unmilled form, but we grind them up so they get better efficiency. We malt our grains so that the starches are released so that they can be converted to the sugar. We'll put it in with some water, and we'll heat that water to a certain temperature, and a chemical reaction happens. And what happens is a beta amylase or an alpha amylase, they get in with them grains and they convert them into sugars and flavors and things that we really like in our beer. We go up to 167, 169, somewhere in there. Let's hit mash out. Once we've converted those, then we get into the agronomy by going to a boil, and we take the different hops that we've grown and biologically tried to harness the different flavors so that we can get different flavors and we can get different concentrations of these oils so that we can make it bitter. We can make these are all scientific procedures, but they're done in a farm field or they're done in a brew house. So it's all scientific. It's just happening there. Once we get all done and we boiled it and we cool it down, we got the bittering, we got all of the recipe, and we get everything all mixed together in a scientific, and then art's kind of because you have to sometimes kind of figure out teasing it and how to get the flavors that you want and it's artistic in that way. Then we cool it down to a temperature where we can work with it, and then that is dropped into what is called a fermenter, and then we let it oxygenate it, because we're about to add the next character in our process, which is called yeast. And the yeast take those sugars we've just built and they turn those into alcohol and CO2, but mostly what the part we want is alcohol. I do use a little of CO2 too, but in that process we now create what is commonly called beer, or we can create cider, we can create seltzers, we can create lots of different concoctions, lots of different libations, things that people enjoy. They get a little enjoyment out of it, they get flavors of it, and it helps them relax. And that's part of the gastronomy. The flavors have to be right. I can just throw a whole bunch of alcohol at you and it don't taste good. It ain't good. What we're gonna do now, I'm gonna taste this beer I made. I want to talk about this beer real quick. It's clear, guys. Nice and clear. See them bubbles rising up. Golden ale. Nice pretty color. It's kind of orangey there. It's a little golden, more golden than that. Okay, aroma. I smell a little apple. Not much beer, smell a little apple. It's kind of a weird smell. Kind of weird. Okay. Mouthfeel. Oh, wow. I get the beer there. Get the beer there. A little bit of apple. It's an interesting flavor. And gastronomy, guys. Here we go. It's good. It's good. Not the best beer I've ever had, but it's good. Nice little lacing on the grass. Nice lacing on the glass. A little bit of head on there still. Nice little beer. Hey, this is nice, baby. And I get a nice little bonus of having a real nice beer. And I shared this with all my friends, but sharing it with you now. So thanks for coming, Papa's Happy Place. And remember, like, subscribe down at the bottom. Really helps the channel. And see you next time, guys. Thanks for making it to the end, guys. Do appreciate it. If you'd like to help support the channel, there's a link down the bottom for Patreon, or there's memberships available. Either one. It'll help support the channel so that we can create better quality for you guys. I can do better videos if I have better quality equipment, tools to create better quality. There's a video right over there. Or maybe it's on that side. It's the one on this side. Check it out. Probably one of our most current videos. Thank you.